Good morning. This is Wendy Henley with the Bedford Area Chamber Morning Vibes with Woody Watts, Watts Creative. Good morning, Woody.
Good morning.
I see you got your breakfast of the champions.
My monster drink.
Yes, today's a long day for you, I know.
Yes, Monster helps me get through it.
Get through it. Well, I got my awesome shake. It's beautiful outside today.
It has been. I think the heat came, and then now this is the appropriate segue into summer. We were kind of rushed into it, and then now this is what I'm talking about.
Yes, it's getting warmer. Although tonight it may rain. So, you've had a lot going on lately.
Yes, yeah. Well, to Monday, since it was D Day, and
Yes.
and honestly, I nowhere, and for good reason, nowhere does D Day like Bedford, right? The town of
Right.
Bedford, the county, and with good reason. But this was my first I would say full day of Bedford D Day activities and just ceremonies, and it was amazing. Like it was just a emotional day from start to finish. And then we've had some projects in the works before Monday, and then they finally were released and things were done. It was just a great day.
I saw pictures of you again, always pictures of Woody everywhere. And it's not where's Waldo, it's where's Woody.
Yep.
And you're up on top of something all the time. It's like
Yeah.
the higher you go,
Yes. So all right. So
the
that
better it is,
that
right?
that particular thing or that particular event was the Freedom Rings Global, which is where the courthouse and churches can do it too. Ring their bell 20 times at 6:44 p.m. on D-Day to honor the here in Bedford we honor the 20 soldiers that were lost on D-Day from Bedford, the Bedford Boys. So they rang the bell 20 times at 6:44, and I got to film the bell ringing from the building next to the courthouse so that I could get a really good view of the actual bell. So I had the best view in town.
You
So
had the best view for sure. And your pictures are awesome. And, just a very moving event. I wasn't able to be there, but certainly we are so blessed to have D Day here and to be able to honor those men who died on all of our behalf so we can live in a free country.
oh, it was wonderful. And that morning we had there was a great ceremony at the National D-Day Memorial that we were able to live stream for them, and just listening to the story. And then when the veterans, actual World War II veterans, were called to the front to stand, I mean, I don't know that I like I had a lump in my throat and tears in my eyes. It was just emotional from then, and then to go through the day and then to end with the bell ringing. Just Bedford just really does a good job of remembering and celebrating those 20 gentlemen that lost their life on that day
Yeah.
from Bedford, that were from actual Bedford.
Right, from Bedford.
Yeah.
We lost them the most per capita, and certainly we are trying to make sure that their lives are remembered and their stories are being told. And we have the Bedford Boys Tribute Center too,
Mm-hmm.
right here, so you can learn more about that. We are thrilled to point people in that direction. Make sure if you're coming to Bedford, you definitely do not want to miss the National D-Day and also Bedford Boys Tribute
No,
Center.
you've got
So
to go. You've got to go. Like if you were remotely in the area, you've got to
it's
stop by.
worth it. It's so
Well,
worth it. You
and
won't forget it.
one of the it's not funny, but it's to tell you how small the world is. We Laura and I were in Yorktown. I don't know, it was a couple months ago, and we stayed at this B&B, this Airbnb near the beach, and the owners were there when we got there, and they let us in, and they were asking us where we were from and where I drove my Jeep that had my logo on it. So I said, "Oh, I have a studio in Bedford," and then they immediately knew where, because they have come up to the D-Day Memorial, and they have they make the trip up here every D-Day. So that, I mean, just to tell you how recognizable Bedford is outside of Bedford, a random conversation in Yorktown, this is their destination spot every D-Day. So I think uh, it's it's a trip worth making if anybody's listening out there. And if you've been to Bedford, or you've been in Bedford and have not gone to the memorial or the Bedford Boys Tribute Center, you got to go. It's right here. You got to go.
You can't miss it, and it's certainly worth it. Encourage everybody to come out and just enjoy. Of course, you can go to the lake and enjoy the mountains here too, and just head up to the peaks of Otter. There's so many different trails too that you can go on and just enjoy. But I would definitely say you've got a whole weekend in this area that you could really keep yourself quite busy. And of course, do some shopping downtown Bedford while you're here. Well, we have a lot going on at the chamber right now, and we're looking forward to the most upcoming event. Well, as today, I should say, we're having our leadership graduation ceremony just in a little while. Be heading out there, and that's exciting for our class, our bold leaders that have finished their John Maxwell course and excited to hand off their certificates and get their leadership coin. That's going to be wonderful this afternoon. So look for pictures to come out soon on that. And then, of course, we have our job fair that is coming up June 23rd. And that is right around the corner, 10 to 2 at the Forest Public Library. We just were working this morning on doing an audio for that. So thank you, Woody.
Yep, no problem.
But Forest Public Library, June 23rd. And we have got lots of companies involved that will be there. Fostech Corp is one, Foster Fuels, Centos right here in Bedford. And of course, the town of Bedford will have some jobs there. ABC 13 is one of our sponsors. And of course, we've got the county, the Bedford County Economic Development. They're one of our sponsors, the town, and Century 21. And of course, Virginia Career Works will be there to help anyone that's needing extra help if you are unemployed. I want to give you those right connections. Of course, SBDC and others. We are looking forward to a great day and come out ready to be hired. Dress for success, have your resume in hand, and be ready for an impromptu interview on the spot. And so that is, again, June 23rd. If you would like to be a vendor at this job fair, we certainly are still taking some businesses to sign up. And so you just display your table and have your jobs that are available. We will be posting these on our website, on our social media, and on our newsletter and everything that goes out, the different businesses that are going to be in attendance. But many jobs are available, all the way from manufacturing to you name it. Any type of job we're going to have, even where we're having a graduation ceremony today at the Peaks Adventure Center, they're hiring lifeguards. Okay, so you can get the full gamut of any type of job, whether it's part-time, full-time, or some businesses are actually taking interns. So if you're listening and you just finished college, or you're still in college and you say, I'd love to have a great internship this summer, well, seek us out for that too. So we'll look forward to getting you the right placement for your next career. And then we're planning our annual gala, which is coming up. You definitely want to mark your calendars for this event. It's excellence. We're going to have our Excellence in Business Awards, but this is September the 8th, starting at 4 p.m. We will have this at Cedar Oaks Farm, and that is located in Bedford. And the theme is Derby Day, so everything Derby. So you want to bring out your big hats, your gloves, the bow ties for the men, you name it. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have games. We are going to have tons of, we'll have some type of silent auction. We'll give you more information on that soon to come. But that is September the 8th, Cedar Oaks Farm. And then, of course, we were gearing up for our golf tournament, which is our educational classic, which is October the 11th. And that's going to be at the New London Golf Course. So many things to look forward to. In between, a couple of networking events will be coming up. And of course, the entire summer, we are at the YMCA in Bedford for the Somerset series, where you have, I want people to remember, it's easy to remember if you think Third Fridays. Third Fridays at the Bedford YMCA on 460, and it starts at 5 o'clock from now through August for our networking time with the chamber. So that's kind of our business after hours, if you would say. And then from there, 6 to 10, you've got bands, you've got games, rock walls, water, you name it, they've got it. So it's family fun and family friendly. So come out, bring the whole family, enjoy the evening. And look forward to, they have different bands every month. So you'll have to look on their website to find out which bands are playing. I know that the Coleman Brothers just played at the last one. So that was really good. Yes. So lots to look forward to there. And we're definitely, businesses are ready to build back up and their workforce is depleted, but yet they're trying to regain the employees that they need and recover their business. So now is the time to really get out there. If you're sitting at home and you think, well, I really need to get out there, now is the time to do it. So give us a call or look up the information on our website at bedfordareachamber.com. You can also email us at bacc@baccva.org. And we'll look forward to giving you more information on that. So what are our celebration days, Woody? We've got something today.
We've got
some
some
kind of
celebration.
celebration.
Let me
I think it's what, Best Friends Day?
let me see what day it is.
Today's the 8th.
It is Best Friends Day.
I figured.
Well, there's also the next one goes with that, National Name Your Poison Day. So,
oh gosh.
yeah, and then
don't poison your best friends.
Yeah, and then National Upsy Daisy Day.
Upsy Daisy
Let me see
Day.
what this means. Upsy Daisy.
Yeah, look that up.
Day. Each year on June 8th, National Upsy Daisy is set aside to encourage you to face the day positively and to get up gloriously, gratefully, and gleefully each morning. Well, I mean, I try to do that, but
well, yeah.
So I try to celebrate
goal.
Upsy Daisy Day.
Upsy Daisy
That's just
Day.
called being a good person.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Name your poison day. Let's see.
Yeah, what in the world?
Oh, it's it's to do with your bartender. It's
that's making
that
sense.
Poison. I got you.
That's the poison. Okay.
There
We're with you now.
And then,
Got
of course, Best Friends Day.
Best Friends Day. I like that one. That's
Best
my fave.
Friends Forever. Okay.
BFF.
Right. Yeah.
BFF. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips, and then at the end, we'll try, if we have time, we'll talk about me doing a reel yesterday, which was just
a reel.
Hilarious. My first reel.
Oh, on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, REEL. Yes, I was trying to reel.
I felt like you went fishing or something.
This was the Instagram reel, but it was a great tutorial, and I said, we have, of course, a marketing director, Kayla, who handles all of our marketing. But I said, I want to dive into this and see how we can do some reels for our business.
Some real reels.
Some real reels. And it was real fun. It really was. So I'll tell you more about that in a minute. 12 major things to do at the beginning of every month. So if you're trying to get organized, maybe organizing your entire life, which, don't get overwhelmed, just break it down. And this article is talking about 12 major things to do at the beginning. The key is the beginning of every month. Okay. So first one is reflecting on your previous month. Make a reflection part of your ritual if you're going to take your life into a new direction. Reflection is something to do on a monthly basis, but it only takes about 30 minutes. So you're taking 30 minutes out of your once a month and challenge yourself to do this, to reflect and figure out, okay, what do I need to implement in my life to be more organized and more deliberate and more disciplined? Let's go for that. So, and these are a couple of questions you could ask. How did I do my previous month prior? And we're talking about business right now, but it can be just in life. What happened the previous month that I'm grateful for? What went well? What didn't? This is kind of your SWOT analysis in essence, really. How can I do better? And what did I learn from this past month? A couple questions. Ask yourself monthly. Put it down on your calendar once a month to do this. Write out your goals. And so you obviously have major goals for the year, but all through the year, each month, you have to have monthly goals. And so we were just talking about that we're breaking it down with our staff and their team to have quarterly goals. And so whatever your business has, you can break it down, whether it's, and you want to, sometimes you're going to have monthly goals maybe. And for us, we're working on events and programs, but you're going to have your monthly goals, but you're also going to have your quarterly goals. And then, of course, your yearly goals, but write them down. I can't say enough. Once you write them down, they actually become real. And then from there, you can go into your action plan. So that's another reason to write them down, but have 3 to 4, that you want to focus on. You don't want to get overwhelmed and have, so many. But I think keeping it simple and not overwhelming yourself. Set your planner. A goal without a plan is just a wish, right? It's just not going to happen.
There you go.
Yeah. So as you begin each month and you set out and create your plan, this plan must consist of actionable things that move you forward towards your goal. So at the beginning of the month, set out, maybe you want to blog, maybe, for your business. Maybe like you're like me, like yesterday, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to learn how to reel. I'm going to reel this thing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to really do this reel. Anyway, other things. So whatever you're trying to do or accomplish, make a goal, put it down. And for me, that was real. Let's see. Number 4, make one investment for yourself. Investments seem like a big term, but if you think about it, you're investing in yourself. So grow and develop yourself. We've talked about that many times on here about, taking leadership courses, or maybe you're just learning from a book that you're reading, but put some time and invest in yourself. And that's time and money, both, that can be both. So you want to invest your money. Maybe you're setting aside 10%, before, and that's monthly. You can do that again monthly. And with your business too, make sure that you're investing well. Pay your scheduled bills. Make sure to set timely reminders you can do that on your calendar. Some of you may do them audio. Check your money situation and make sure that you're in a good place and you're on track by calculating it and budgeting. Yep. That one
That's a good idea.
That's a good one. I definitely need to do
that. Especially with everything like changing I think
everything's going up.
Well, like the other morning I came through and gas was one price, and then by the time I left it was 20 cents higher. So I literally
from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. From the
beginning of the day to the end of the day, it changed 20 cents. So everybody and then
hey, at least you're cognizant of the fact that it did go up, because a lot of people wouldn't be.
Well, and then last night we noticed, we went to the grocery store, and we're kind of routine people, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of know how much things have cost us in the past for what we have, right?
Right.
And so we went for our this go-to dinner that we usually do, and it was at least $20 more than than what
but wait a minute, how long had it been since you guys had done this?
It just was like I walked up to the car, I was like, what did I get? And it wasn't anything different, and it was just like, oh my god. So the money thing is right now,
that's
you need to be cognizant
the real deal
of the money, because I'm telling you, it changes daily. So
it goes up fast.
Yes.
It does.
Yep.
And like you said, with gas in one day, wow, that was a wowza. 20 cents. So the next one is choose a book to read and start off your month. So you could have a book of the month for yourself, and maybe you're in a book club. We have at the chamber a mastermind group that meets once a month, actually twice a month. Actually, we're meeting twice a month, but this is once a month. So pick a book, and you can either start a book club or just read a book, and you can highlight information and share that with people in your business. Decide on which books that you're going to read, and some of those can be leadership for your business. So that's a great thing. Mark your events on your calendar. This seems to be a no-brainer. I certainly have to do that. But you want to have a big picture of all of your months and all of your events. So start keeping track of it. And then, you can blog about those events too, like we talked about blogging. We occasionally will have a course at the chamber that will talk about how to blog. So look for information on that too. And then update your lists. Another thing is, on a monthly basis, you have lists and you're organizing everything in a place. Maybe you're deciding to organize your closet that month, or, just pick a room that you want to organize for that month. And then by the end of the year, your whole house is decluttered and clean.
There you go.
So these are good tips.
Good tips.
And treat yourself it says choose how you want to treat yourself. So with all things, constantly doing for others, but don't forget that you need to treat yourself well, and put something on the calendar once a month to do for yourself. Maybe that's going to a zoo. Who knows? Maybe it's hitting the spa, or maybe it's just you want to have refreshment outside and go for a hike. Just put it down on your calendar. Make an appointment with yourself. These things are important or they won't happen. If you write it down, it will. And so those are just some good tips, and certainly plan out your days. But I like the 12 things to start off each month to do. So there you have it.
There you go. Good advice.
Hey, there's just some things that, and we're mid-year, so hey, why not?
Yeah, so count your money and clean your house.
Declutter.
That's what I heard.
Declutter, give away. That's what you heard. Those are good tips right
good
there.
Tips.
And you will be better for it. And so exciting. Well, hey, we hope to see you at the job fair June 23rd, and we'll look forward to hearing from our new chief next week. So look forward to that, Chief Ronnie. And then we're signing off. This is Wendy Henley with the Bedford Area Chamber.